All right, so you watched a few how-to tutorials on Renderforest and you think you're a designer. Well, hold your horses. Before you start click-clacking away, there's a few more basics I want to go over. Seto from Renderforest here, and today I hope you're not on a low-carb diet because we are going back to the bread and butter of branding. There are so many factors when getting involved with a new business, side hustle, or personal project. One of them is your design aesthetic and logo. Today's episode is going to be about designing and choosing your logo aesthetic. Be sure to stay to the end of this video to claim your promo code. All right, so one of the very first things you should think about when choosing or revamping your logo is color. But Seto, blood orange is my favorite color and I want blood orange to be in my logo. First of all, don't be pretentious, it's just red. Second of all, color plays a huge role in how your business is interpreted. All right, this isn't Studio Art 101, so I can't give you a full rundown of color theory and the psychology of color, but here are some of the basics to keep in mind. Specific meanings can be attributed to different colors. Those meanings can be based on learned or innate feelings. People perceive and evaluate colors automatically. Evaluation forces color-motivated behaviors. Colors can influence you subconsciously, and also context plays a large role in color-motivated behavior. Okay, number 2, logo color combinations. Look to see what other people are doing in your industry. Maybe you want to go for a solid color or monochromatic type of logo. Maybe you'll do a gradient or some type of pattern. Sometimes people use of multiple colors and color palettes in their logo design. Also, sometimes companies have 2 types of variations of their logo on hand at all times. A colored version and a black and white version to use for print material. If you ever worked in PR, you know what I'm talking about. Number 3, industry. Don't be afraid to see what your competition is doing. If there's a clear pattern in what the competition is doing within your specific industry, maybe it's best to stay within that trend. If the consumer is already aware of those signals, you might want to also follow along. Number 4, imagery. Think to yourself, do you want to have a recognizable object as your logo or icon? Do you want the object to be recognizable or the person to be recognizable? Or do you want to go for an abstract or non-objective theme? We'll give some examples of those on the screen now. Number 5, be considerate of the times. What might have worked in the 1980s might not work now in the 2020s. But then again, everything was better in the 80s. An example of this is how in the early 2000s there was a strong trend for high gloss and 3D inspired aesthetics and logos. Later on, after 2015, the trend started going toward flatness and simplicity. Number 6, last but not least, be aware of your competition and trademark and copyright infringement. If your competition has IP registration, which is intellectual property, this could cause a problem if your logo or trademark or tagline is very similar, if not the same. If your competition is not directly within your industry, so let's say, for example, your logo is similar to a different company but not an exact competitor, this can still cause brand confusion. We all saw what happened to Four Seasons in Philly during 2020. Don't let that happen to you. Okay, so now that you understand the design basics of logos and aesthetics, let's talk about how the different logos can be broken down into different general categories. We'll show some examples as we go along. Logos can be broken down into a few major categories. For example, word marks, letter marks, or also known as monogram logos, emblems, pictorial marks, abstract logos, mascot logos, or combination marks. Now that you know the basics of design and logo creation, we're going to put a link on the screen for our how-to tutorial on how to make the logo using Renderforest products with just a few clicks. Thanks for sticking with us so far. At this time, you can use the code that appears on your screen during checkout for your first paid subscription. The promo code is only good for 1 month after the publishing of this video, so be quick. If you got something out of this video, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell for future notifications. If you have a question or a comment about this video, you can leave it in the comment section down below, or if you have a suggestion for a future video, please let us know down below as well. Good luck and have fun.